Hello everyone, it is me Chris. And I thought in this video I was going to look at another one of my old cameras that I used to use. I know in a previous video I talked about the HP M425. That camera actually doesn't work and I still have it. This camera actually does work and I'll actually turn it on in a little bit and show you guys. Just FYI, I don't use this camera anymore. I haven't used it since I believe 2014 or so. I actually got this camera, believe it or not, at Main Event Entertainment local arcade, and I had a huge amount of tickets, and I thought, I wanted to replace my camera at the time, and I thought, well, I decided to get this. This is the Samsung SL50. And it is 10.2 megapixels, I believe, and it is it has a 5x optical zoom. Yes, it can. Yes, it takes photos and shoots video. In today's standards, not very good, but back in that days, it was actually pretty decent. Although the videos themselves, they're not so great. Anyways, as you can see, it's pretty small. I can pretty much hold it in, I guess, in the palm of my hand. I like the fact that it was a small camera. Right here, you have the just a small little viewfinder. This is your zoom, menu buttons, flash on and off, and all that. Display, the self photos. And blower thing, I guess, is to adjust what type of picture you want to take. There are a number of options, and then your options and delete buttons. Power's up here, and you have your shutter button right here. So, as I said, it's pretty standard for the most part. Oh, and you have your tripod piece right here if you want to hook it there. And then here is where you actually put your battery and your full SD card. Pulling out the battery, which I have right here. It is the Samsung BP70A, which actually can be used in a number of old Samsung cameras, point-and-shoot cameras, and actually I own another one that actually uses the same battery, and that is the ST76. I may talk about it in a future video. But yeah, I'm going to put this back in. And if you open right here, there is the port for charging the battery and for transferring photos if you wish to do it that way. Although for the most part, I just would take out the full SD card and just put it into my computer and then get the photos that way. And here is the AC adapter. Now, and it has this very weird proprietary connection. And I knew that Samsung at the time, they went with their cell phones and their cameras, they used proprietary connections until they finally just shifted to, micro USB. Maybe mini USB in some cameras, I don't know, but I know it was just the regular standards. So, yep. As I said, I used this camera pretty much from, I believe, December of 2011 when I obtained it, until sometime around 2014. And I know when I obtained the the ST76 at the time, used that for a little bit, and then finally bought the Canon PowerShot SX700, which I am still using to shoot video and photos to this day. And as I promised, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on and show you guys a little bit here. So here you go. And just note, yes, I know the time is off and whatnot because I don't typically use this anymore. Just hit the menu button and you can see pretty standard mode, different modes, shooting. This is your photo size, sound, display, and just various settings. So nothing too special. That there's no image file, so there is some internal memory. You can take maybe a couple of photos, but not very much. Again, at least it has some internal memory that you take maybe a couple of photos, but mostly, of course, you would use SD cards. It supports up to 8 gigs for SDHC, and it films in 640 by 480, about 30 FPS on its highest setting. So I guess it wasn't too bad for back then in 2011. Of course, and nowadays you're shooting in HD and all that stuff, and in fact you're probably watching this in HD. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next video.